Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is our regular MLB Series baseball betting preview show that we do twice a week with Troy West from allplayswin.com. Today is Wednesday, August 13th, and right now we're going to take a look at the upcoming series that start early next week. Troy West from allplayswin.com. Thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks a lot, dude. I appreciate it. As we talked about in our last video, a lot of successful information on this site so far, SBR. I hope the viewers out there have appreciated it. What an interesting second half of the season, Pete. A lot of the teams we thought would be outstanding have really fallen off, and a lot of the teams we weren't really expecting much have really elevated their game.
All right, Troy. Now, I know that you've had a little bit of a rough couple of weeks in baseball these last few weeks, and it's great that you're honest about that. But I know that you've also had a great season overall in baseball. So, take a little bit, discuss how you've done these past few weeks, and then brag a little bit how you've done in baseball overall on the year.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Pete. So far, we have had a winning month every single month so far in baseball. Awesome. August right now, we're right around the 50% mark, hopefully to finish off the second half strong. But so far, April was successful, May was successful, June and July were outstanding. August, a little bit of a slow start, but we've had an outstanding year, and we've one of the best football handicapping services out there. I encourage people to come take a look at allplayswin.com.
Well, regarding that, you definitely proved yourself in our videos over these past few years. Great record in the NFL with us last year and years before. All right, so 3 series that I'm looking at for the upcoming week, next week, early week, and the first one, Texas at Miami. I mentioned Arizona at Miami this upcoming weekend, and here we have a similar situation. I'm not necessarily looking far from it to auto bet on Miami every series, but I am looking to bet on them when they're up against one of these teams that's overvalued in most series, and I think that is the case with Arizona, and I think we got a similar situation here with Texas. Texas, of course, completely tanking for quite a while now. They're minus 19% ROI overall on the year, minus 14.5% ROI overall on the road, minus 21% ROI in August, minus 53% ROI in July. The numbers are just ugly all around for Texas. And again, Miami, very good, profitable at home on the year. They've been profitable in July and August. Do we take Miami this series?
Yeah, you just got to stay on that auto stay to Texas. Miami hot right now at this point. When they go into this series, they'll be on a wonderful homestand, so fatigue's not going to be an issue, which it really can be for teams like Texas that have been on the road and really not a whole lot to play for. Miami's hot. I'm going to stick with that trend, Pete, and we'll go with Miami in that series.
And then Toronto at Milwaukee is the second series I wanted to discuss here. And Toronto, they're not an awful team by any means. They have decent bats in their lineup. Their pitching, is getting a little bit, run down as the year wears on. But in general, I see them as a little bit of a sluggish team. Milwaukee, I'm seeing is just a notch better in general in all areas. I think they have a little bit of a better lineup. Their pitching's a little bit better right now. They're going to be at home, and they should be favorites. Of course, they'll be favorites in this series, but probably won't be in the stratosphere. So I'm thinking we might have some at least modest value with the lines that Milwaukee's going to see in this series. What do you think?
My initial lean is actually going to be on the overs in this series. I think, like you said, Pete, you hit it on the nose. Both pitching staffs are right now extremely inconsistent. Like you said, run down would be the right word. Milwaukee's pitching staff started out hot, and even so with Toronto. Guys like R.A. Dickey and J.A. Hopp, even Drew Hutchinson, these are guys that are really starting to fade off the wagon a little bit, and we're starting to see their true colors. But we know both these teams have outstanding lineups. I think going into that series, I would think if you bet the overs all series long, you got to hit 2 out of 3.
So you're going to go officially on the overs in Toronto at Milwaukee?
Yep, that's the official on the overs.
And I'll take Milwaukee myself as well. All right, and then the third series we want to discuss is Atlanta at Pitt, and I'm thinking about the unders in this series. Now, Atlanta, of course, on the year has been a big under trender, 57% unders overall on the year, although in July and August they have been a small over trender, but I'm still seeing them as just one of these teams with, a little bit, an average at best lineup and pitching that's significantly stronger. And Pitt I'm seeing as the same kind of team. When McCutchen went down, they took a big hit to their offense, but their starting pitching is still a little bit under the radar. So I'm leaning towards unders here. The only thing that, of course, does make me nervous, you don't know where these totals will come out. They could be 7s every game, in which case, each under is going to be a bit of a sweat. But, so the value might not be huge, but I'm thinking lean unders in Atlanta Pitt. What do you think?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Pete. I think one thing I really do like unders when you're talking about National League teams, and you're also talking about a team with Pittsburgh who's missing their 3-hitter with McCutchen. So, I think unders are going to be a good bet in that series. We know Atlanta's lineup continues to struggle, but their pitching staff's at times been a bright spot. Same with Pittsburgh. I like the unders in that series as well. I looked at the pitching matchups ahead of time looks like unders to me.
All right, Troy West from allplayswin.com. I think we got 3 series here. Hopefully, after all is said and done, we'll be up another unit or two after these 3 series are played. Thanks so much, Troy West. Talk to you again very soon.